Chattisfying.
Hello, Mother Funsters, and welcome to episode 4 of Chattisfying, a podcast that's kind of about streaming, that's kind of made by streamers, that's for streamers, kinda. Please welcome my co-host, the Hairy Hippo.
Hello, I'm the Hairy Hippo. I can talk now. I'm the Hairy Hippo. Welcome to the Mellar 21 channel.
I am Mellar 21, as it says underneath, and this is our guest, Buenotrueno.
Hola. Oh, what the Hippo?
We're saluting our Aussie friend.
Say, can you see?
Wait, that's the wrong country.
Oh. Smooth criminal. No, I don't know where I'm going with this one.
No, I don't think anyone knows where you're going with this, to be honest with you, mate. It's okay. Let's just pat you gently on the head and we'll move on, shall we?
I wasn't prepared.
I know.
We were not prepared. So, Buenotrueno, our Australian streamer friend, tell us all about your stream.
Well, as you said, my name's Buenotrueno. I just mental blanked that entire time. The Australian flag has just ruined me. So I'd like to say I'm a variety stream, but I'm more of an ADHD streamer in the sense that variety streamers finish their games and I send a bounce, very consistently bounce around throughout genres. But I have a lot of fun. So that the whole idea is we're not really a completionist. We're more of a chatty, have fun, talk shit, be fun.
Yeah,
You're a dabbler, basically.
I'm a dabbler. Yeah, that's the word.
That sounds good. So you basically just sort of hang out, mess around on a game, but you don't really dwell on one for too long.
Yeah, I have problems with it's more on me than anything else. I have troubles focusing on one single game for too long, unless it's I get hyper focused, and then I don't chat. So I'd rather be bouncing between games and being able to talk to everyone.
Absolutely.
More than hyper focused. And
don't lie, man. I've seen your streams, right? It's just you can't get past the tutorials, which is why you bounce between different games all the time. All right, I've seen you play.
You weren't supposed to out me.
You've got to stop trying to play Driver. That's your problem. No one can get past the tutorial in that game.
Oh, I feel old. Oh, God.
So, what games are you? What kind of games are you got on the go at the moment on stream?
So at the moment, we've been playing Stardew Valley. We just started a new playthrough on it.
Such a chill game.
I've been on and off with that game and enjoying the shit out of it for ages. So, I mean, it recently got updated this year, I believe. So, I'm hoping that there's some new content that I get to find in it.
Is it HD graphics now?
Oh, don't be silly.
It's still pixel art.
Oh.
It's 90% of the charm.
I literally
90% of the charm it's pixel art and old school retro, and the other 10% is it's a dating sim as well.
I literally went on it on Monday. I thought, do you know what? I need to play something. I haven't played anything for so long, and I went on it. And I was like, I hate my life. What am I doing on this thing? There are rocks here, and I can only do it for 10 minutes.
I never picked you as pegged you as a graphics snob, Hippo. What the hell?
I am a graphics snob in a degree that I feel that technology is advancing, so you should advance along it. I don't mind homages to the olden days, but I feel that there are quite a few games out there that seem to I've just made this game, look at me go. And then it's like they haven't really pushed themselves further aesthetically.
I don't know. I don't think I agree with that because, for example, like Terraria, it was the visuals on that are very retro for when it came out. It's a brilliant game, and I think one of the reasons why it's good is because it uses that aesthetic.
Okay, so my prime example would be something like Super Meat Boy. Okay, that is a game that has, even though it's kept to the 2D aspect and all that kind of stuff, has developed itself aesthetically to be more pleasing to the eye than purposely pixelating itself so that you can accommodate elsewhere. For example, if Stardew Valley, which is a cool game, I don't mind it. I've played it with Bueno a few times and stuff like that, and it's cool enough, but I don't feel like there's enough of a story and things to go with it to worth sacrifice to go back to pixelation as such. I can understand why they want to do pixelation, but it feels like that, there isn't more of something else to accommodate why they've got backdated themselves technology wise.
Right. So just to make sure that I understand, so Super Meat Boy is good as far as you're
I
concerned.
like Super Meat
You
Boy
like the way that
because
they've done it.
it's, even though it's still doing the retro vibe, they've shined it up and polished it so it looks better for that kind of thing. Whereas Stardew, for me, I've never played Terraria, so I can't really give that as an option. But Stardew, for me, feels like they haven't polished it to make it feel new as a game.
Am I
the game
a pretty
itself,
princess?
the way it does things is
Is
new and
that
stuff like that.
what
That's
I am?
fine. That's cool. But like visually, I'm not. It just niggles me.
The big difference between the two is Meat Boy was designed by a dev team, so you had a team of people. Stardew has only ever been made by one man.
Meat Boy was
So-
only 2 people.
Was it? I thought it had.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it was 2 with a
Well,
third
well.
one part time. I watched them. I'm sorry, Mel. Start this now. I watched like I think it's like an indie game movie or something like that, and they showed like that, and there was one with the little character that had the little red hat on it and all that kind of stuff. That was like a 2D platformer thing, but it was kind of 3D as well. I can't remember what it was called now. It's doing my head in. But there was lots of different things like that, where they were pushing the boundaries of what they were doing within the context of like the platform type that they were trying to portray. Because I feel like Stardew doesn't. It settles. It's a settle game.
So
With Stardew though, it's like one of them things. Like there is a story there, but you have to do a shit ton of work between segments where you learn more about the story.
Yeah, you took me down to that dark cave. I know all about it. It's okay.
Well, let's not talk about the dark cave online.
We got down a few levels, babe. It was nice.
So, what's your thought on that? On that kind of because I feel like Hairy Hippo and I just kind of had a bit of a debate. Where do you fall on that particular debate there, Buono? What do you think about kind of the?
Look, with me with games, mindless grinding. Sometimes I can hyper focus on that, and that's why I like games like Stardew, Minecraft, and like I played WoW for a while there.
Yeah.
But like I do like the idea of being with good graphics and all that. You know, if technology is advancing enough to give us these awesome graphics, why not utilize the graphics as well? But in the end, it really comes down to the game that you get. Like Stardew with high graphics is just farming simulator.
Yeah,
and that would be boring to me because I'd lose interest too quick with it.
Yeah.
Whereas I would also hate to see something like The Witcher 3 on a pixel side scroller. Like that would just weird me out.
Yeah, I think there is definitely a place for like retro graphics. I don't think graphics are that important.
Undertale's a good one as well, because Undertale was fantastic.
Yeah,
but it was proper crap looking for, you know, it was going for that vibe, but it had such a built amazing fantastic playthrough.
Yeah,
that it pushed the boundaries for me. I was happy with it. I just feel Stardew's fine, but I just like well, that's the joys of difference of opinions, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think with at least with Undertale is that they sort of what's the word, they capitalized on the kind of aesthetic of it being looking old fashioned, and they made it look really good. Yeah. So we kind of came off topic a little bit there, but I was supposed to be talking all about you.
Yeah. So, what about you?
Sorry, Buono.
No one cares about Buono.
So you say you're playing Stardew Valley. Are you playing any other games on stream at the moment, or is it just Stardew Valley?
At the moment with Stardew, before we were doing a hardcore Minecraft run, and me being me decided I wanted to fight multiple creepers at the same time and not enough gear. So that didn't end.
I can imagine how that went.
Other games we've played, the stuff like we played Star Citizen, which I revisit from time to time. It's like still getting built. I think it's still in alpha, so we come in, we have a look at it, we play it for a bit, and if it doesn't decide to crash every 5 minutes, we'll stick with it. But if not, you know, we come back to it. Rocket League was another one, but I started streaming on League of Legends, which is like just that's the face everyone makes with League of Legends. But I've been playing it for since season 4, so it's like 14 years almost, 10 years, 14 years.
And what have you streamed League of Legends?
Yeah, when I first started streaming, was League of Legends and like Ark, which were like two of my big games. I'm thinking about doing a revisit to Ark one day, just because pretty dinosaurs and building.
Yeah, Ark's cool.
But well, I'll give it a bit because I can't afford the new expansions.
Yeah. How long have you been streaming, actually, Bono?
This would be my 3rd year or 2nd year.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, like,
that's a long time.
But I've taken a lot of breaks here and there due to reasons.
Yeah, understandable. So, what would you say is your favorite game that you've streamed so far?
Oh, favorite. I dig my Stardew just because I like the idea of making efficient money. But all-time favorite would have to be, I'd have to say Ark. Ark would have to be just because it's like such a big game and there's so much to do in it. Like, it's when it comes to me who loses focus on most games, or either loses or hyper focus. Ark has just got such a wide variety of things to do where 1 minute I can go out and on a dinosaur and, go kill things for levels, and the next minute I'm mining rocks or killing bosses or, hunting for drops.
Awesome. And would you consider playing something like, I don't know, Call of Duty or Fortnite or something?
I did play Call of Duty a little bit, but it's just one of them games where I was sort of like on and off with it. It was a temporary game.
Yeah, I guess most games are temporary, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Fortnite just because I can't build in it.
Yeah, it's hard.
I tried it. I'm like, what is this building thing? Just let me hide behind a tree and shoot people.
I feel really bad at Fortnite because every time I go and play, I haven't played Fortnite in like at least a year and a half. But every time I went into it, I just didn't want to kill people. I just want to go and explore and just look at different places. People say, "Oh, look at this, look at that," and I am magpie mode. I just see shiny things and go, "Ooh, ooh," and then I get shot. And it's just not fair. I just want to look at the place. Let me look. It's a pretty place. Look at it. There's nice, pretty colors. It's vibrant, full of light.
Oh, I'm being shot at. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, yeah. It was very disrespectful, child.
Would you say you've ever played a game that you just fully what's your least favorite game that you streamed then, or you've just played and you've been like, wow, this is crap?
For WoW, this is crap. I can't remember the name of it. I played some game in alpha and it was just horrid game. But I can't remember the name for it for the life of me. Other than that, I mean, I like Dark Souls, but I'm very easily frustrated as a person. Like, shit gets to me really quickly. And Dark Souls gets to everybody, even the most patient people that I've ever met. So, yeah, that's probably my least favorite.
Fair enough. There's a friend of mine, is a VIP, who plays Dark Souls to calm down.
Yes.
I'm not even joking. He plays it to calm down. I can't figure it out.
That takes a special mindset.
Yeah.
That's all definitely. It is. That's a mindset that you got to be in to be able to do that, for sure.
Fair enough. So, what's coming soon? What's next on the Buenotrueno channel?
So I'm still doing my Stardew. I'm taking up fantasy cartography, which is something that I want to kind of get in stream on the art side of things because I do a lot of arty stuff.
And he's very good at it. He puts himself down on it, but he's very good at it.
Well,
look, it takes years to be good. I haven't done it for years.
Naturally gifted, just naturally gifted.
But I do a lot of things. Like with having 2 kids, we do a lot of arty stuff. I do a lot of we bought sculpting clay, so I made a terrarium inside one of them little glass ball things with the Bulbasaur, and he stands on a log and stuff, and got little potion vials that have mushrooms in it that I've carved out and whatnot. So I thought it was that's the sort of stuff I do. I do a lot of drawing and stuff. But yeah, recently I took up fantasy cartography just because I really want to play D&D, but I just don't have a group.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of groups online that I'm sure would be happy to have you. Although time zones can be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, that's the hardest part of D&D is planning and time, just timing in general. Even in person, when we played it a few times in person, in me and a few friends, and that was really annoying to get everyone together and do it.
Yeah, so I can imagine. But you kind of segued quite nicely into something I wanted to talk about because you mentioned about arts and crafts. You made your own softbox for your light?
Oh yeah, I've made my own softbox. I also, so this was the first thing. So when the arts and crafts, don't mind me going through my filthy drawer. This was the first thing I made. So I had a laptop, and I still stream on the same laptop, right?
Right.
But this is before we had external cameras, like, so I couldn't really see chat. So I used to put chat in this duct tape creation where
Yeah, I remember that.
Hippo loves this thing. So this would hold my phone, and my charger would go through the bottom, and chat would just appear on my phone. And now I just keep it for sentimental reasons. I love this thing. It's made out of a Pringle can and duct tape. Like that secondary part is all duct tape. So
That's amazing. I mean, are you in a position to be able to show us the softbox at all? Because I've seen it. I think it's really cool.
You just got to not mind the mess, because I only got one camera.
Okay.
Oh my god! No,
extreme close up. But yeah, that is the softbox that I made. And that softbox is made out of a cheap LED light. Some I call it alfoil, but I think other places call it tin foil, like your cooking foil you get in the kitchen. And just I had an old white shirt that had the right sort of feeling texture for a softbox, so I just hot glued it all together and MacGyver away.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Honestly, I've never been
really
good at that
cool.
kind of thing. So anyone who's good at kind of MacGyvering things that actually work, I'm always look up to. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I don't think it takes much. You just gotta, like, to do that. I jumped online. I looked at softboxes and then like tried to see if I could find one that was cut in half, sort of thing. And I noticed that the insides were reflective, white fabric on the front, and box just push the light forward. So that's all I had to brain about, really.
Yeah, no, I'm with Elias on this. Better softbox than sometimes you see on stage. If I could find, there we go.
Do you take orders? Because I wouldn't mind one being delivered. That'd be great. Don't mind paying shipping. That's fine.
Don't mind paying the shipping to the UK is horrible. Like, I wanted to try Sneak, and it's still like $45. It's 45 Australian dollars to ship it from the UK to here. To get a starter pack is $45, so I'm paying nearly $90. Like, that's roughly 45, but yeah, I'm paying $90 AU to get a starter pack shipped.
It is being shipped literally the other side of the world, to be fair.
I don't care on free shipping.
It would be quicker if we just dropped it in a hole in the middle of the ground and hope it got to the other side.
Through there.
Land in New Zealand, it probably wouldn't be that expensive then, would it?
Yeah, I've got family in New Zealand. I can send it from there.
Beautiful.
But yeah, I recently got him to reply to me on Twitter with the whole what's it called? The whole shipping side of things, and they've now released, if you pay $120 Australian, they'll do it for free.
Which is about 60 quid.
About 60 quid, yeah. So
so it's what they'll do it for free. What you mean, just permanently?
So with an order. So per order.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
Per order. They're like, I can't get a starter. Like, I'd have to get a full tub and just pray, like a full tub, a shaker, and maybe something else, and just pray that I'm gonna like it. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, rough.
That's a lot of money for me.
Yeah, man. Well, let's talk a little bit then about sort of family. You mentioned earlier, because you've got kids that's a little bit older than most of us, because there's sort of a group of streamers that I know that all sort of had their kids sort of around sort of 2 years ago ish.
Yeah.
He was a little bit older than that, so talk to us a little bit about what it's like sort of streaming, and also juggling parental responsibilities.
Yeah. Well, like the parental responsibilities, juggling. So I don't tend to stream when I have the kids. Like, I might have a pop up when they're in care, like when my daughter's at school, or my son. Like, when my daughter's at school, my son's at daycare. So I only get like a couple of days a week where I can put him in the daycare. I'm poor. It's a hard life here in the Down Under. But like, I tend not to stream. I like the idea of spending a lot of time with them and like giving, because I there was a period of time where I was living out of my car. I didn't get to see my kids. Like, I was having a hard time, and like it just recently. So I took a break over Christmas, around Christmas time, and I finally sorted something out with their mother. We talked for a bit. We actually got on, which was new for a first time in a few years. And yeah, now I've got 50% care. So it's now just trying to. I got a few years that I'm catching up on week by week, trying to be just trying to be a good dad.
To be fair, you are a fairly cool dad, though. I mean, you get to let him play Pokemon and all sorts of stuff, watch decent cartoons and all that as well. I mean, you're bringing them up right. Yeah, well, you're only like 5'2", so anybody could beat you up.
Mate, what are you saying?
I'm saying kiddies could beat him up. Have you not seen his League of Legends play?
But Bueno, if we team up, we can have him.
We can have him. I'm just going to kick him between the legs.
In every dimension.
You ain't got these guns, brother. Brother.
Oh my lord.
Handlebar mustache is coming soon, everybody.
Oh no. Are you serious though?
You can't grow that bit.
I just can't grow this bit. Like,
yeah,
right
you can't
here
get the little bit. You can't do it, man.
I just have to like get my mustache to grow like Confucius on the sides.
I can ship you some of this if you want some of this. I don't mind. It's okay.
Or just permanent marker. That's what you need. Anything else new then to your channel before we sort of move on?
Pretty much, I'm updating the channel consistently. Like every 5 minutes, I'm thinking of a new idea, and something will change. Recently, I had to reformat my computer, not my commuter. My D drive took a holiday, and I didn't know where it went, so I reformatted it. It reappeared. So the whole layout's a little bit different now. I'm working on hotkeys, more channel point stuff, just for interaction and for like a good laugh. I think that's about it. I think when I start getting back into art, sorry,
you did a really cool thing with your stream. You were showing me about a month and a half ago. It's probably not there now because you lost your D. Phrasing. Let's put it all stream for that. But you did the transition of your camera angles and all that kind of stuff, didn't you? With your
that looked amazing.
You were doing
yeah. So I got the 3 cameras, and I can transition through the 3 of them. And I can set it doesn't take much to set up multi-camera transitions.
No, but you were doing it you were showing me the different phases you went through in your career as streaming.
Oh yeah. So
which I really
had my original laptop cam, which I had, and my secondary cam, and I had the laptop cam, which was the first camera I streamed with. Yeah, I just hurt my own brain, which I put in black and white, faded out a little bit, and then I took the color down on my secondary cam a little bit and faded as well, not as much, just to show the legacy of all the cams. It's changed since then, just because running 3 cameras at once is just pointless.
It depends really on what you're doing now. I mean, for example, your arts and crafts stuff would be ideal, especially the different angles for that.
Yeah,
especially if you're making softbox for me.
It's great angles for OnlyFans. That's about it.
We're not going down that road again, all right? We've had this discussion.
We've had this one.
Yes.
Look, I've been seriously thinking about starting one and just selling like worn hoodies.
What? Hoodies in a similar sort of vein as the sort of bathwater thing. They're worn
hoodies. So girls sell like worn underwear and bathwater and all that shit. I wear a hoodie, get like boyfriend smell all over it. They get a boyfriend smelling hoodie, and I get money.
So it's only got like boyfriend smell on it if you're boyfriend material. Is that what you're saying?
I am boyfriend material. I just haven't found the girlfriend material yet.
You heard it here first, everybody.
Please somebody take him, please.
Just take him.
At least I don't have to beg.
We're not even charging him for him anymore. Just take him. I don't want him.
Yeah, my days are getting later over. Please give him some hope. He needs to get laid. Bless him.
That's it. I'm gonna get the New Hope. If I ever get a girlfriend, I'm just gonna get a picture of me and her and get the New Hope Star Wars poster and like just edit us in, and then I'm just send it to you. That's gonna be the card.
Help me, Buenotrueno. You're my only hope.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, that's the best thing. So you know how like on your emotes you get like the little the cut down caption. I got Buenot 1. I'm
Yes.
just Buenot 1.
Oh, amazing. What would you say is your favorite thing about streaming then, Bono?
Community, straight up. Easiest thing and the best thing I've had since starting streaming is just one, meeting other streamers, because I met you guys. I met Hippo ages and ages ago. I met you ages ago, and like you guys always talk. I met Vert, Karayan. Like there's so many names that I could just list. Just really good people. And like just viewers as well who have come in. They've jumped in the Discord, we've talked, or like they're just consistent in the chat, popping in saying g'day. I love the community. That's my favorite thing about Twitch. It's my favorite thing short of like the few community. Like I've had playing Rocket League, I've had a few people just rock up and be like, hey, you guys should watch me. I'm a better player than this guy. And then leave. Like they try to drop their Twitch link, which gets banned immediately, and then leave. And like, what's wrong with you? Like if someone comes into my chat and is like, hey, look, I'm at this tier player and I want to start streaming, what advice do you have for me? Then sure, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to be like, hey, look, do this. Like you don't actually need these things, but you know, they're pretty for the production value of them. Like that's the thing. And like streaming on a hobby level, I love trying to figure out new things to make my stream like look a little bit different or move a bit different, sound, etc. You know, it's a hobby that I'm starting to become more and more passionate about.
That's amazing. Amen to that, brother.
Amen to that.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree.
Wholeheartedly. It's a very British accent for someone sitting in front of an Australian flag.
I got a British part on it. Just remember, I owned you.
Key word being owned.
You were my castaway.
We
all right?
can say that
this.
about like 2/3 of the entire world, though, Hippo, but it doesn't apply anymore. Oh my god, amazing!
I thought this was New Zealand anyway. I got it wrong. It's okay.
No. New Zealand has red stars.
Wait, there's a difference between Australia and New Zealand?
I thought they were the same. I thought they had a bridge and
I
everything.
couldn't keep a straight face.
It's just the red stars.
Is that the only difference on the flag?
I believe so.
Mate, have you got anything more, Hippo, before should we maybe move on?
I'm just admiring his beauty, to be fair.
He is a beautiful man.
He is a beautiful, without the guns. The guns aren't that good. I was saying, by the way, chat, that I do feel that Bueno kind of looks a little bit like Kid Rock. Yeah.
Just a little bit, yeah.
If he plumes his hair out a little bit, he's got a Kid Rock vibe about it.
With the bow, the bang, the bang.
Good Lord. I knocked Kevin over.
Nah, rip.
He's a ground koala now. Like, once a koala touches the ground, they're pretty much dead.
Well, like the floor is lava, right?
Yes.
Or they just drop dead on the floor, do they? Sort of, it burns!
No, they're just insanely slow when it comes to the ground.
Are you sure you're not thinking about sloths?
No. Sloths. There's one reason why sloths go to the ground, and it takes them a long time to finish their business while they're down there, and that's what makes them vulnerable.
Mine takes forever as well, to be fair.
So what are you saying that you're secretly a sloth, Harry Hippo?
Yeah, I have to climb out the window, go down the side of the building, have a gigantic shit that takes about an hour, and then I go back upstairs and I forget I read my Reader's Digest.
The entire process takes about 4 hours, right?
Yeah, it's not fun.
She's a day job.
Yeah,
she's got to get the quote out.
But that's it. I'm good.
Yeah. Should we move on then?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So we'll move on then to our streamer topic today, which is all about streamer burnout, which I think is something that most streamers who've been streaming for more than about, I don't know, maybe a year or so, have probably experienced on some level. So we'll talk about our thoughts on the subject. Bueno, do you want to go first?
Well, my thoughts on the subject. I've had multiple times where I've had streamer burnout now. Like my stop just before recent stop before Christmas was a bit of burnout as well, among, trying to get more visitation rights and all that stuff with my kids. But like before then I've burned out before, and it's just how but like it's not good for anyone's channel, but in the end you need your mental health to be a streamer. And if you're not all there in the head, your stream is going to take a bigger hit from it, if that makes sense. So like my first burnout, I was doing like 8-hour days every day without fail. I wasn't working at the time. I just had this weird mentality, like, stream as much as possible, do everything. Rah, rah, rah. And it got to the point where like I wouldn't even look at chat by the end of it. Like I couldn't hold a conversation for more than 3 seconds. Games were making me angry. I just hated everything. I was getting depressed, and like I don't think that's good for anyone or any streamer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much mine. Like I stand on, if you need to have a break, if you feel like it's mentally draining to do a stream or it's hard to keep up and you just want to sleep half the time, then step away. It's better to step away and protect your mental health than it is to pray that you might be one of the lucky few that, make it on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit on a really important point there when you're talking about like your first burnout and you were streaming for like 8 hours a day, because you kind of get this idea that the more you stream, the more popular you'll get.
It's a huge misconception that.
In itself is a massive misnomer. But there's this whole thing, isn't there? I mean, it's thankfully it's been vastly debunked by a lot of people that people listen to. The whole Twitch grind thing is just a waste of time. Like it should never be a grind, because it should be either fun or, if you're going to treat it like a job, then grinding shouldn't really become part of it. It's you're always supposed to be like improving on all this kind of thing, which is why they always say that like if you're streaming 8 hours a day, then cut that down, and in that time that you'd cut down, improve your stream and all that kind of thing. Do stuff offline.
But if you go to my earlier days where I was doing the big grinds, my stream quality. So I don't even think the VODs would exist anymore, but the stream quality of them, and like I had really bad production because I didn't even think twice about that. I had a really bad headset mic. Everything just was, and like I wasn't entertaining at all. Like I wasn't there to talk to people or just have fun. I was there because in my mind, I'm not working at the moment. I'm just going to stream 8 hours a day because screw it. And like you could really tell the difference. Like if you look at the stream these days, I've got nice transitions. I've got a very nice setup. Everything sort of complements everything else. And like I'm always working on trying to make it. I like visually pleasing things. Like if something looks good in my eye, it makes my brain juices do the thing, and then I get the happy vibes.
You look good in my eye.
Oh. But yeah, like I like the idea of making something where someone could like jump on my stream, but like this is visually pleasing. I want to talk to this person, and like even if it's just someone who wanted to start out streaming, I'm like, oh, how do I do this? I've always been the first. Like I'll always be the first person to stand up. Like, hey, look, if you want to do this, you can do this, this, and this. If you need any more information, I'm on Discord. Like I've had since I started streaming, I think I've had about 15 different people just randomly ring me. Like I didn't know who they were. But they've popped in the stream like, hey, look, I asked you for some tips on this particular thing. Can you run me through it? And like I sat on Discord for the next 3 hours with them, getting their startup stream to run just like that.
Nice. That's amazing. So, I feel like you've kind of already answered it, but like you say you've been in burnout obviously several times in the past. How did you get yourself out of it to the point where you wanted to stream again? Because a lot of people, when they experience burnout, they're done and they don't come back.
Well, that's it. And like my burnout was from sitting at a computer for 8 hours and not doing anything that really come to my mind, because I think I'm not sure if I have a different way of thinking or if everyone thinks, but like I just have stuff pop up. Like with the softbox, I had an LED light there and it had like a very bad diffuser, but my brain went, I can make that better. And then 3 different things click up. You can do this, watch this, do this, and I made a softbox. Same as the phone handle. It's like, I need something to reach out. My brain went, okay, here. And like that sort of creative MacGyvering helps a lot with me. But when it come to doing the with the first burnout mainly was I was a very physical person, gym, running, and I just stopped that for no reason. And my body took the shock more than anything.
Yeah.
So it led to a bit of depression because I wasn't producing the right amount of I can't remember what it's called. I'm just going to call it brain juice from working out. So I just started working out again.
Yeah.
Working out, eating better. Like I wasn't just living on junk anymore. I just started eating a lot better, like a lot of chicken and rice, vegetables, stuff like that, and just push-ups, running, getting beaten up by 4-year-olds.
As long as they're your 4-year-old.
Oh yeah, there's someone else's.
Just
they
random
watch.
4-year-olds beating
There's
up
like this
Bueno.
whole like rampaging load of them. Go, come on, I'm gonna put up.
Get him with the old leg drop, brother.
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 I think Ryan actually comes across something, says something very valid there about current issues, trying to find time, mixing with everything else going on, school and work, and other things as well. I think this kind of segues quite nicely into, if you don't mind me saying, Hairy Hippo, because you're not streaming at the moment.
I'm not. No.
So, I mean, do you want to go next? Do you want to sort of go into that? Because I think that they're very tightly linked in kind of the reasoning.
Yeah. I mean, my situation is a culmination of many things, and it stems back to mid-April last year, and that's when it started, and that's when I caught COVID, and I lost a lot of weight and was very, very ill and bedbound for quite a few times. Actually, at the early stages of my COVID, I streamed. And a couple of people donated money to get me food because I couldn't eat. And they said, you should eat something. So they ordered me a big ass pizza. Wow. And I ate like half a slice and was like, I can't do it. And then for the rest of it, I was pretty much bedbound afterwards. It was really floored me.
Wow.
And ever since then, I've really struggled to maintain my energy throughout the day. And it's a multitude of factors that are coming into play. It's home life and the general chores and stuff like that, and having to deal with that, which I would normally be able to do fine, but after recovering from a weakened condition, it's been a lot more difficult to do so. I'm a fat fuck as well, which doesn't help. I'm a less fat fuck than I used to be, don't get me wrong, but I'm still a fat fuck that carries a lot of weight around, so that also helps with the factors as well. I was off work with furlough for quite a period of time, which was a huge mental strain on me, because as much as everybody goes, yes, this is like a dream come true, coming home and just staying at home all day, the first few weeks it's fantastic, and then you run out of Netflix shows and YouTube stuff you want to watch, and games that you finished or don't really want to play because you're not enthused, because you thought you'd be able to play it for 10 hours for the day, and it turns out you can barely stomach it for an hour, and then everything starts to become bland in your life. And it's all because your mental strain is now getting more heavy and heavy due to all these other different things. And then going back to work and finding out that there's a lot of issues with work at the moment, which is causing you extra strain in your general day-to-day life, which by the time you get home, you're just sitting there thinking, fuck. And that's my situation at the moment, is why I stopped streaming for the time being, because I was sitting there on stream, and while I would normally do a 3-hour stream, I was doing an hour and feeling so tired and drained. It's not because I put on a fake persona. I don't. There are me when I'm at my highest highs and enjoying life. I'm like unofficially bipolar is the best way I could do it. I am up there or I'm right down there. And I could feel myself after the first hour going from right up there straight down, as if like somebody's just taken the Duracell battery out of me. And I thought, I want to stream. And I do. I want to stream. Every night I'm lying in bed, right, at like 9 o'clock at night because I'm tired, which is really strange to admit, because normally it'd be about, I'd finish stream about 11, 12 or something like that. And I'm thinking, I just want to stream. But at the same time, I'm thinking, I can't do it. I can't get the willpower in me to do it. And it really sucks because I miss everyone so much. But, you know, and I've always said, like, you know, while I'm taking this break, I'll still do my commitments, which is hang out with you, Mels, because I love you to bits. You know that. You are my world. You are my everything. You are my magic carpet ride. All right. And of course, Bueno, I love the Bueno, and Virtue, when Virtue was on last month, you know, you guys mean the world to me, and I will always still come and do these things. And if Bueno goes, look, it's a Saturday, it's like 2 a.m. for me, but it's only like 8 p.m. for you. Why don't you come on stream and do this? And I'm like, I'll come out and hang out with him. It's just, I feel like my stream itself, because I'm so burnt out from a multitude of factors, not from the streaming itself, I can't offer what I want to offer. The heart is there, but the physicality can't do it at the moment, and the mental drain can't do it.
Yeah,
I want to be there and go, come on, let's do this, let's hang out, let's have a laugh, let's do all the things that we always do. But at the first hour, I'm going, I really can't continue. I'm still trying to build my strength up.
Yeah,
and and being off has been kind of nice to a degree, bar the whole guilt of not streaming because I miss everyone and I feel like I'm letting them down at the same time. Because at the end of the day, I'm there for people like they are for me. I'm like an agony aunt as best I can be for my friends who are pretty much everyone in my community. But I know that I need to take time for me to fix myself. Plus, it is kind of nice to be able to have a wank at 8 o'clock at night. So, But I will be coming back, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, Mellar. I am planning to come back in the next week or so, back on my channel to just trial it, doing 2 nights a week. I want to do a Monday and a Friday, and try and see if I can get myself built up a bit more.
Yeah, take it slow.
And try. It's kind of like, I guess, with like exercise, isn't it? Like you can't just go get that big ass dumbbells and just do it. You have to build yourself up and work yourself to it. I'm not going to run my 5K on my first attempt. I need to build myself back into it and get comfortable again. So I'll be doing a few trial situations because I really need to do something because my hand is raw. So.
I bet you that's not the only thing.
A position that I can't deal with anymore. Okay, really hard to type on a keyboard like this, especially when it shakes because it's so ready to go.
Like Quagmire with one weed arm and one like massive strong arm.
Yeah. But show me one of your arms. That's what it looks like in my head. All right. But that's my burnout, and I never really did. When I first started doing it 3 years ago. I was doing 6 nights a week because I had the energy to do it, and I felt great about it. It was fantastic. And I realized that sometimes I just need some time for myself. So I went for 4 nights. And the 4 nights a week was up until I hit COVID, and then I just started like doing 3 here, 2 there, 4 here, 2 there, and all this kind of stuff. And I couldn't get the balance right. And when I got the energy levels up to be able to do the 4, I felt absolutely depleted for the rest of the next. It was absolute nightmare. But that was my burnout. It wasn't a stream perspective. So I think the key thing is that burnout can come from a multitude of different reasons, not just from doing Twitch itself. Because the Twitch community, if you've built your community right and got rid of the arseholes, like
keeps you coming back, doesn't it?
They keep bringing you back, because I've always said it. My Twitch is me in a Discord call with friends, but I don't have to listen to them and I don't have to see them. It's glorious. It's like MSN Messenger, but I'm the posh kid with the camera.
Well, that's how it
is. You know what I mean? That's it for me. But I feel I can't be one of those kind of guys that can just. I don't like, for example, Karian would be one of the prime examples, right? And I love Karian a bit, and I am in awe of him and how he does his things, right? Because he can stream and just chill out and play a game, and everyone loves him for it. Whereas I feel like if I did that, people would be wanting to talk to me about everything and do this and do that and hang out. And I'm like, oh my God. Sometimes I just want to just like not have a camera on, or just have a camera on and just chill. And I can't do that. My head is like wired that if I'm on, I'm going to make this 110. This is me at a party, at a rave. We're going to have a great time. I'm going to have a great time. I can't do chill. I suck at chill. And I envy Karian at his skill to be able to chill while doing a stream. And I think that if I could do that, that would be great. But I just can't. I'm too hyped up.
That's the best thing, is you're hyped up. That's what brings people in. You have that just innate entertainment factor with your dirty humor and jumping around.
I have no dirty humor. I'm very innocent. Okay. Fucker.
If in the world there was someone who was the exact opposite of Hippo, they would say that.
I think that's called a nun.
Well, I think that's quite interesting actually, because I've always kind of seen streamer burnout. There's sort of 2 sides of it, and the 2 of you have just exemplified both sides of it very beautifully. Because there's a side of sort of streamer burnout where you kind of just get fed up of streaming to a certain degree, which is exactly what Bueno was talking about. You do it too much, and you just like, I want to do something else for a bit. And then Hippo exemplified the sort of external factor kind of kind of burnout there, where you really want to stream, you just can't, because you've got so many other things going in your life, you've got no energy for it. It's quite understandable. And everyone's going to go, or a lot of people are going to go through some sort of level of that. I think it's pretty much impossible to stream on a regular basis and not get that at some point. I have experienced it myself once, although not for very long. I think I stopped streaming for like 2 weeks, but I couldn't keep myself away from it, to be honest. And I think the only reason why I haven't really had too much of it since is because I cut down on the amount I streamed so much. Like every time something in my real life happened, I had a change of job, and then T was born. I just cut down and I cut down and I cut down, so I was only streaming once a week, and I've only recently sort of started streaming a little bit more often than that. And even then, when I do the non-scheduled Friday streams, I try and make it very clear that this isn't set in stone. It may not happen. And when I do go live for those, I try and do what you said you can't do, Hippo, which is the whole like chill kind of vibe, just hanging out. Whereas on my Friday stream, I'll try and do what you say you do, Hippo, and kind of act it up and all that kind of thing, and try and make it a bit of a party. I don't know, like I definitely know, because I know that Chocolate, who was on a couple of episodes ago on this show, he's burnt out and has actually stopped streaming, and he's like, and I'm in an R as to whether or not to come back or not, because he's like, I do enjoy it, but at the same time I kind of enjoy all the extra time that I now have not doing it. And all that kind of thing. So it is an interesting kind of topic, because I think a lot of people do get it and stop, and I think a lot of people that do come back, it's for the community that they've already started to establish. So the people that do sort of come in and do the grind, but don't necessarily go about it in a way that creates them a community, and then they get the burnout. I think it's a bit of it's almost like a rite of passage, I suppose, in a way. But it always sucks hearing people are going through it.
I think the best way you can look at Twitch, if you're trying to just enjoy it, is just don't think of it like a business, because 99% ain't going to make it a business. So don't worry about that. All right. What you need to do is make sure you enjoy it, and that hopefully they enjoy it. That's the ultimate thing. You're spending your time. My time is I always enjoy seeing when someone smiles. If I can make someone smile, it's made my day.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why my streams are hyped up as best as I can hype them, because it makes me feel good. It's my it's my heroin, making people smile. Sorry, should I say meth because you look like a redneck? Is that what I should say? Yeah. Bad baby.
Get in the ring. Get in the ring. It's a wrestling match.
You don't worry about it.
I've challenged him, everybody.
I see what it is the same there. I mean, it's not so much coming back for the community, it's coming back for the people. Because you want to hang out with those people. Yeah. And it might be that you don't get to hang out with some of them unless you stream. And because you enjoy hanging out with them and enjoy streaming, that kind of thing. You've got to enjoy it.
You make a shit ton of friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think if I didn't start streaming, my circle would be so small at the moment. It would be, I would probably be in a depressive slump.
Exactly.
And I was very happy. Like when I first started, I had fear of public speaking. I didn't want to be in the spotlight at all. I hated the idea of it. And I thought to myself, well, if I hate it so much and I'm so scared of being the center and having to talk to multiple people at once, the best thing I can do really is to push myself into that and try and get better with it, which I'm slowly getting better at. But I'm the happiest thing I've done with is streaming, just because I've met you guys, I've met I've met Vert, I've met Asdus, I've met Karai, and I've met everyone that has popped up in the little groups that turn into big groups and stuff. And I got all these people that I talk to, and it's just freaking awesome. I appreciate a lot of this due to just the communities. And I found that I have found a few communities and a few streamers where I've just straight up blocked their streams because I can't handle them as people.
Is that why you don't come in anymore?
No, that's because I don't wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Stream later or longer and I'll be there.
I try, baby. I try. I just haven't got the energy anymore.
I've had some pretty bad experiences where there was one streamer, and I won't name names or anything like that.
No, don't.
But I played games with him, and I supported the dude for about 12 months. I played games with him online, during stream and stuff. but I kept noticing this pattern where if he was playing poorly and in my brain it registers as he thought his content wasn't good because he was doing bad. He would just immediately I wouldn't say chew you out, but he would just give almost borderline bully people.
Yeah,
as
that's
a form
not
of
okay.
entertainment. Yeah, so I was like, I pulled him up on it, aside from the stream, and then he's like, "Look, if you tell me this again, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna kick you from the stream."
Nice.
And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll see what happens." And then it happened again. I just called him out in the middle of his live stream. I'm like, "Look, man, I've pulled you up for bullying." I said, "Look, this is bullshit." And I've just left it at that. And then the messages that I got from his community were the worst part.
Wow.
People who were really, really good friends, I was really friendly with, and people who I thought were my friends were calling me the most disgusting things and treating me like it was just ridiculous. So there's very much two sides to Twitch, and I'm glad that I finally found the better side with a lot of you guys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's probably the coolest thing that I've done now.
Yeah.
It's very much a redemption.
I think at the end of the day, Twitch really it's a hobby. You should enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only should you enjoy it because it's supposed to be fun, but also if you're enjoying it, I'm going to use the C word, content is more likely to be more compelling and people are going to want to hang about. Whereas if you're starting to feel burnout, I think the worst, it's probably even counterproductive to actually try and push through it. It's better just probably to have a short break and see if you want to go back afterwards, because streaming isn't for everyone at the end of the day. So it is a good opportunity if you do get kind of burnout and have a little bit of a break to kind of think, is this really for me or not? And then it makes it even better if you then think to yourself, actually, yeah, this is for me. I actually really enjoy this. I'm glad I had a break, and let's get back to it. Maybe even better than we were before.
Well, that's a really, really good point. In the idea of if you're enjoying it and you're having fun, people are going to be gravitating towards you because they want to enjoy and have fun as well. And it's easier to enjoy something and have fun with someone else who is also enjoying what they're doing than it is you go to someone and they're just innately, they're fed up, they're angry, and they're over it. You don't want to watch them because you're just like, well, I was here for a good time and you've sort of shit on that.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You know
anybody got anything else to say on the subject? I'll open it up obviously to anyone in chat as well that wants to say anything on the subject just before we move on. You two at all?
I'm good, babe. I am good.
We've had a pretty good chat.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing I would just say just to everyone watching is if you are a streamer and you're feeling burnout, honestly, it happens to loads of people. There are probably a million streamers out there that would be happy to talk to you about it. Just reach out. I'm sure they'll be happy to talk to you. The three of us, if you know us, even if you don't.
You'd be surprised how many people have been in those boats before.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Drop into DMs. It's absolutely fine. I'm sure we'd be happy to talk about it.
Not me though, because I'll probably be asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's not about just the burnout, there's a different factor to it, and you just need to have a word. It's best to reach out on that sort of stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't mind me.
I'm just waiting for Hippo now.
I know. I saw it. Fuck it. Nipple.
Thank you. The people have spoken.
Yeah. I've been demanded to say a random word.
There you go. Thank you, Corrine.
you little caps for Hippo.
Yeah, you can see that Corrine's drained of all his plasma now because he's making me say nipple. He went to the doctors. It's not a euphemism. He actually went to go to the doctors. Okay, it's not. No. Oh my god. Next topic.
That's a horrible segue. Your segues are got to be super cheesy and roll into it.
See, if I had a Segway, those things that you roll on, I wouldn't want to put cheese on it. Why would you want a cheesy Segway?
Because cheese is just good.
You tell me you wouldn't eat cheese on the go. I always eat cheese on the go.
I just want a Segway made of cheese.
Get Baby Bell, eat it on the Segway, ready to rock.
You'd just be rolling around and you'd be like, I've accidentally eaten too much, it's broken.
Yeah. You're just eating away and you're like, oh, wait. I've been stationary for the last 15 minutes.
I'm slowly munching on the cheese. So, if you are just listening to this here podcast, now is a wonderful time to draw your eyes to the screen, as we are now going to start watching some clips. We're going to play our sub game Follow, Sub or Dip. So we're about to watch 9 clips from 3 different streamers. We don't know them. They are randomly picked. Apart from I let Bueno choose the viewer average of the streamers that I chose at the time that I was looking at the clips. So this is a viewer average of 1 to 20, which is the lowest kind of bracket that we do. So we'll watch these 9 clips. After each 3, we'll just have a quick chat about what we thought of the streamer. But we're only going to be talking about what we can see on the clips. So you can't take into account things like their follow account or anything like that, unless it's literally on the screen for you to see. But we won't say whether we've follow, sub or dip until we've seen all 9 clips. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready, brother.
Buenotrueno, ready.
Wait, is that Hulk Hogan again?
Ready. No, I'm doing
Okay.
What was his name? John something. The guy from the Gladiators. The compere guy that blew the whistle.
Gladiators, you got on my first whistle.
What was his name? John something.
The referee.
John Anderson. Remember? Over
Yes.
to John Anderson. Amazing. Anyway, right. So let's line up clip number 1. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. So, all right. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Play
There's
that clip.
one more. Yeah, to my right, somewhere. On heartbeat.
Spoilers, I've seen this.
I'm trying to figure out where. It's coming around me? Or above
Okay,
me?
up top, right here. Yellow.
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy, bro. He's fucking screaming. Anytime that you see that delusions guy in the fucking yellow.
Amazing. Right. Next clip then. So clip number 2. 3, 2, 1. And play that clip.
Oh, this fuck. Oh, if you hit him off the ramp, dude.
Oh!
Grinding! No way!
Oh my god!
Dude,
Oh,
you gotta
fuck.
change whole-
Awesome. And then clip number 3. Are we ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Play that clip.
That's what I'm gonna do. What is this?
Brilliant.
Sleigh bell?
Okay, fantastic. So, without saying whether you would follow, sub, or dip, Bueno, what did you think of that streamer?
I'm trying to figure out where.
Well, I didn't see much chat interaction, but I don't know what's going on the chat side of things. Especially when you play BRs, I know that's a very focus or die sort of situation.
Hmm.
He does seem kind of fun. As the first clip, the kid gamer raging after he shot him, that makes for good content at any given point. Like just someone screaming usually means that you're doing well. But he does get up to some shenanigans. I dig it.
What about you, Hippo? What do you reckon?
I feel like the way we watched the clips, we watched him de-evolve.
Yes, I think that as well.
I'm just like, yeah, okay. I didn't know they had like you could hear other people in Warzone.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's the Black Ops 4 version though. That's not your Modern Warfare.
So I'm confused. Was he playing on PC on the? He was playing PC on the first one, right? And then it looked like he was playing like console on the second one, which is why he had like the different headphones and stuff like that. And then he completely vanished in the third one. So he's a multi-gamey thing. Ooh. I also like his font on the first one.
The actual logo is pretty rad, isn't it?
Yeah, the second one. Sorry, yeah, the afflicted bit. I like that. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. I like a beard as well.
Just a weird throw in
Oh,
here.
like
I have never.
Bueno, he doesn't grow a
Let
full
me-
one.
Look, I got enough to keep my hair on my head. It just straps it down. But like, there's one thing that I don't like. I like the logo, right? But I'll never understand if you're on your stream with your names already there.
I know what he's saying.
You've got you got your bloody your stream, like your name of your stream on your stream that people are already watching. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe he's doing it for YouTube, but I dare say even his channel might have the same name as well. So
I also liked in the second clip that it's very nostalgic seeing a Spotify with the current track playing.
Yeah, but there was no music actually playing on the
No,
clip.
I know. but it was still kind of cool to see that. That was like proper throwback for me from when we freely.
I got to give him at least 5 out of 10 Tony Hawks for the 50-50 grind on the motorbike.
That's cool. That was cool. I like that. Yeah.
Definitely take what you mean about the name being on the screen. And actually, on the third clip, it's on there twice as well.
Oh, it is.
Which seems a little bit much.
In the third clip, he's got to the right of it.
Yeah, which is clearly supposed to be his links and stuff, which is good branding, but it's just it takes up so much space on the screen. We don't need to know his name so many times. We already know his name. We're in the stream.
On a personal design sort of aspect of things, he could have done that same thing. All he needed to do was put a small box underneath the big logo and just have his social buttons or social icons just underneath the big name.
I think he's got a different overlay on all three of these. I have to say I'm not a massive fan of any of them. I think that on the first one, it's quite interesting because he's got a nice setup. I really like his microphone as well.
That would be the most recent one.
Yeah.
I feel if that's his later, like his furthest from what's the word, oldest one, that took a while. Then something's going on for him to go from that and then to de-evolve into the next one, and then just to not have any cam or anything on the third.
But I do think also that like it is awesome having like a second camera that shows your setup, but I really don't think it needs to be on the screen all the time. And I do feel as well that like the rim around the face cam, the way that it like interacts with the other camera, it really does not look good in my opinion. Like this writing is too small as well to really figure out what it's trying to say.
I always like those streamers that have a camera over their hand when they're on the mouse.
Yeah,
I always found that a weird one.
It's okay if they've got a face cam as well, but if it's just a hand cam, it's
Look at me clicking my left click. Yeah.
I've seen a few streamers. There's a few people who play like Fortnite who have the keyboard cam just because building. But I've seen people who stream who play what's it called, Star Citizen, but they're the people who have like they have the 2 sticks and then they have foot pedals and then they have I don't know something for their bum to move on that does something, all the different works and jerks. So they've got cameras on everything.
Yeah,
and I like it, but I dislike it because I'm very much into the keep it simple, keep it small.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sort of mentality. And
I mean, apart from when it comes to the actual face cam, it shouldn't be too small. The actual size of the face cam in the second clip is quite nice. It's quite big, but then he's right at the bottom of the frame.
There's a lot of ceiling there. There's a lot of ceiling.
But then what you could then argue is if you then angled it so it was right, it would then have far too much of its torso in it. But then the obvious answer to that is to zoom in. So it seems like quite an easy fix on that, and it just looks a bit off. But yeah, other than that, it's all good. Like I say, I really like his setup. He's got a really, really nice setup. I like it. It's all mounted on the walls. He's got several, three screens. He's got a nice microphone. Like he's clearly put a lot of thought into it. All right, let's move on then to number 4.
Yep.
So, we ready? 3, 2, 1. No, sorry. What did you say? No.
I said righto.
Oh, righto. Sorry. 3, 2,
language
1.
barrier.
Play that clip.
Pretty sure, right? Thank you for following me, Vex Bucky. Nice to have you aboard, you sexy beast. Let me open up his actor container. Ebony Warrior and Deadpool suit. I don't have a Deadpool suit, and it's not part of my video. Damn, how do I get him to show his dreadlocks? Without taking off his outfit. I think I might need to give him.
Okay, lovely.
Okay.
Next clip number 6. Oh, I forgot to ready, set, go. I'm an idiot. Sorry. 3, 2, 1.
We're playing that clip now.
No. So 3, 2, 1. Play that clip.
Go.
Ah, yeah, it's me. Look at that. Dude. I have like freaking armpit hair coming out of my...
What game was that? Was that Roblox?
I believe that was Roblox, yeah.
Oh my lord. I don't think I've ever watched anyone stream Roblox ever in my life. All right, lovely. And then clip number 6.
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Play that
Holy
clip.
shit, what the hell is going
That
on?
vehicle spinning
What is
out.
that thing?
That's a person. Hold on, I'm moving up behind him. Body behind you, He's got a pin.
What?
There's a guy behind you. What the hell?
I thought he was glitched out, man. I don't know what was going on. I thought he was
I thought it was a
glitched.
vehicle.
Yeah, I
What
thought it
just
was
happened?
glitched. I don't know what happened. Are they all dead?
I just killed a guy with a Barrett, dude.
That motherfucker.
Okay, wicked. So again, Bueno,
Oh,
what
man,
did,
I don't
what
know
did you
what
think
was
of
going
that
on.
dude?
I don't know what to think. The first game, I straight up thought the first game he was playing was Skyrim.
I'm pretty sure it was Skyrim.
It is Skyrim.
It's
modded, is that
modded.
what was
I'm
going
guessing.
on?
Heavily modded.
So I thought it might have been like a cyberpunk thing, and I'm like, what's going on? But
It says doing Cyberpunk.
I didn't have much interest in that one. I didn't know what he was trying to do. I noticed a console command, which sort of spun me out.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing on the next one, I can't get over the fact that he was wearing panties on his head for the next 2 clips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was going on in Roblox.
At least they're clean, and he seems to
Yeah.
change them. Because
What about you, Hippo? What did you think of that? You finished, Bruno? Sorry.
yeah, shut up.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on screen for me. He's got a few bits and pieces here and there. He obviously responds to what's going on because
Mhm.
in the first clip he gets a follow, he responds, he talks to chat. It's a weird place to put that camera too because there's a weird amount of cutoff for his green screen.
Yeah.
Production wise, it's a bit odd. I can't even quote on the Roblox one because all I can think is like, what's going on?
Actually, it has to be a different stream because there's green screen in one and not in the other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
All right, fair enough. No worries. Hippo, what do you reckon?
Obviously, I think this person seems to be very much experimenting with where placements are and stuff like that. Because as much as the camera seems to be fairly over to the left, it's gone up and down, left and slightly, and all this kind of stuff. But you also got different types of like the notifications tab is different on stream 2 to stream 3. So obviously, there's a lot of experimentation, still trying to figure out what they want to do and how they want to portray themselves. If you look into the third clip, that they've got like the little dono bar and all that kind of stuff going on to get the hentai hat and all that kind of bits. The chat seems to have moved in every clip to different locations and stuff like that. So I feel like they're still trying to find their own in these 3 clips, which is nice to see that you can see the transition in again. Like in the first person, we saw them de-evolve. And in this one, you can see them experiment and doing different things. You can see that they've progressed on and they now have a green screen and they're trying out with the green screen and a couple of the clips and all this kind of stuff. It's nice to see that somebody is trying out different things. It's just, I don't know. But as for like personality wise and stuff, look, I enjoyed anyone who is more than happy to have a conversation or at least like interact with their chat.
Yeah.
It just seems very wholesome and nice. So
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I liked the interactivity. In the first clip, you get chat interactivity, not just with the follower, but there was someone else, I think, that he responded to as well. And then in the second clip, it was reacting to, I think, Discord. It just looks like the guy sort of messes around and has a lot of fun. Overall, I think I quite like his overlay as well. Although we mentioned this quite a lot, the camera placement, if you're on a green screen. I think actually, like we said in the previous guy was a little bit not zoomed in enough. This guy's a bit too zoomed in, so you can see like all of the corners of his green screen. And obviously he's not at the bottom, so you can like the whole point of of having a green screen is to blend into the background. But if you place your camera somewhere like that, then you're not going to blend in. It literally defeats the object of having one, which is unfortunate. But I quite like his setup. It looks good. He looks like he messes around and has fun with some different games and that kind of thing. So yeah, I quite like. I'd be interested to find out where the whole underwear on the head thing came from. I do think I have some issue with the sort of the top left-hand corner of the overlay on the second and third clip. It just doesn't look very high effort and really very good, especially compared with other aspects of the stream. But shall we move on to clip number?
I'd just like to say I'm a boxers man.
I think boxers on the head would have a completely different
I'd have a
kind of
vibe.
Yeah,
Like I'm
completely
back,
different
right?
vibe.
I'm
Yeah.
doing boxers on my head on my first stream. Sold. Yes. Thing,
Well,
obviously. Yeah.
let's move on then to clip number 7. Are we ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Play that clip.
Yeah. Perfect. Ready?
They're going to loadout. They're going to loadout. We got this.
There's one on the left of us. Remember? Watch
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
be
on the
careful.
left.
He's coming up too. Got him. Headshot.
That was a good shot.
Good stuff.
These guys are right here. Got the other one. Last one's right here.
Down. Oh, you cracked me, OD.
Last one's right here. Yes, boys. That's what I'm talking about.
That's how you do it.
Okay. Ooh, that would be the wrong button. Right. So we'll move on then to clip number 8. So 3, 2, 1. Play that clip.
Holy shit, 3 of you assholes? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Fucking god. Holy fucking shit. I'm gonna fucking lose it on somebody. Like, straight fucking up. Oh, god damn. I am not having it. Hey, I have all my diamonds. The rest of you guys can go suck a fat fucking one.
My violin plays for you.
I could see that coming from a mile away though, couldn't you?
It had the progression throughout that video of anger. It had to end badly.
Yeah, absolutely. As the Karian there says language, yeah, I'm absolutely with you there, actually, to be honest with you, but we'll talk a little bit later. Let's watch the last clip. Are you guys ready?
Aye.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Play that clip.
I have a lot of animals that I need to demonetize. Ugh, don't mind. Shh, I'm not gonna talk about it. Of course. I don't abuse animals. I simply derate them.
Was it just me, or compared to her voice, the sound of the horse was really loud when she hit it?
Oh yeah, she had a game sound up there.
Way too loud. Right, I thought I just wanted to check it wasn't just me. That scared the hell out of me.
She might have been whispering though. Like there was a shh moment in that video.
Yeah, in that clip, she clearly had her mic turned up quite loud, but it was talking very quietly, which does sound quite good, but it also you need like a gate or something because you could hear something go off in the background there. I think someone was like closing a door. So, again, without saying whether you'd follow, sub, or dip yet, what did you think of that streamer, Bueno?
So I don't mind that streamer. She speaks very, very fluent Australianese at the second clip. The first one, like I really love her overlay on the first clip. So her on what looks to be PUBG or Warzone or whatever it is. The only thing with that overlay is she's got I'm not a big fan of the 3-bar system. So she's got her bits, by looks of it, a follower, maybe a sub.
Yeah.
I use a rotator which rotates through all three, so I don't have to have like a list underneath me.
Yeah.
And I just think it's cleaner. That's the only thing. Other than that, in this one, this is where overlay probably looks the most professional.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
lack of better words. Like it's the cleanest here.
Yeah.
Sailor clip where she decided to swear like no tomorrow. I won't understand on the double screen with the backdrop.
Yeah. Agreed.
I mean, it's something I don't see everywhere. Maybe that's a good thing. Like, you always want to see something you haven't seen before. So, I can see it from that perspective, maybe. But
I think the main
not a
issue
big
I
fan
have
of
with
that
it, apart from the
clip.
fact it's got so much wasted space, is like
Yeah.
I think the thought behind it might be a sort of I want to make the camera nice and big without covering up too much of the game. But
Yeah.
if you want that like interactivity of having like a really big cam, then you need to face the camera, surely, because like a lot of
You'd imagine so.
a lot of what you're gaining for having such a large camera, you're losing by not facing the camera. I mean, there's not necessarily anything wrong with not looking at the camera, but if that's what you're going for, is that extra interactivity for being bigger, then it kind of is then wasted by the fact you're not looking at the camera.
Another weird thing that I've spotted is if you look at a cam, so behind her mic boom arm, you can see like just a bright, insanely white light.
Daylight.
Now, I'm not sure if that's the daylight or if that's her lighting.
I think it's
But
the
I've
lighting
always-
that's coming on that, isn't it?
I think
Well, I've always
it's daylight coming
understood,
through.
yeah. Well, I've always understood if you want a better picture with your webcam, you want the light facing you, but not facing the camera.
Yeah.
Because that way the exposure works a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I think she might even get better video quality if she just moves her camera.
Yeah. No, I agree. Ideally, so that she's facing it, but I get the feeling that maybe it might be set up that way because it has to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Because otherwise, there's not really a rhyme nor reason to have it like that. In this particular case, I think. I don't know. Maybe.
And third clip's just it's insanely quiet and then loud horse noises.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's just a settings thing that she's got there. If she's maybe people are asleep in a house and she's being quiet, but her game sounds are still loud.
Yeah. Way too loud.
So.
All right.
And that.
Hippo?
Decent all the way through on mine.
Oh, sorry.
You're right.
I thought you were done. My bad.
Don't worry. I think I'm done sometimes too, and then my brain's like, "Hey, you got to say some more." Yeah.
All right,
That's me.
Hippo?
I'm a little confused with her actually.
Yeah.
Mainly from the camera itself. So in between clip 1 and clip 2, she goes from the 6x9 to a square, or a square to 6x9. Now I'm just wondering whether that's a time period where she's decided to go into those things, or whether she has a setting that has, depending on what transition she has or what source she's on, that it has a. Because I've never been able to have one screen say like this is the square bit, and then another source or section be widescreen essentially.
I think it's not an aspect ratio thing; it's a cropping thing. But I mean, if you want
cropping thing,
if you want me to tell you how to do that, I can totally do that after the stream.
Oh yeah, totally. no, I mean, like I've never. It's not a cropping thing that I was on about. It may be a cropping situation, but it just looks like she's obviously got a package for an overlay.
Yeah.
She's using one which is a square boxy type thing, and one which is what most people use, which is the widescreen kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I know that my camera doesn't naturally sit on widescreen. It sits in the square mode. So I change it to widescreen so I can fit in my overlay and stuff like that. But I just wondered whether she had a transitional period where she can just like have on this, like the screen where it's not side by side with her game and she's actually in the game. It can be like the square mode and it transitions the camera into that position. Because I have to change it manually every time. But I just like that. I haven't seen many streamers do that kind of thing. Where they have different perspectives and aspects for their camera, even though it's still the same camera throughout.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've cropped myself left, right, and center and stuff like that. That's fine. But like actually having it just naturally sit at a position to be in, this is a square mode and this is right angle, which seems like natural things that this camera and myself can do, but I have to do it manually. She seems to, maybe she has it naturally tunes scenes. That's the word.
I've got a certain plug-in that I use where if I was to get my camera right in widescreen mode in one position and then mess with the program and then put it in a smaller position where she's like from a 6x9 to whatever this one is, the 4 by whatever. If I cropped it down and then I switched scenes, it'd shrink my camera.
That's really cool.
It just naturally shrink it, and it's just like a plug-in for OBS.
See, I don't deal with the plugin situation. I've never really touched the whole plugin things, and I haven't seen a streamer have that kind of recently, anyway. That does that kind of thing. That naturally has. I'm going into square box gamer mode when I'm immersed into the game, and when I'm playing Minecraft, I'm going in widescreen mode and having it look like I'm playing at the computer, which is how I feel like that second clip is that she's got this perspective of she's playing the computer and you're sitting beside her while she's playing the game, instead of looking at her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably not what she's intending to do, but that's how I feel it. Whereas it doesn't work in clip 1 because she's still doing I'm looking at the game, but we're actually in the game, which is where I prefer more of a face-on kind of camera when you're in the game.
Yeah.
But that's actually got the 2 separate windows. Kind of gives that whole like false illusion that we're watching her play a game like a friend would sit beside and watch you play a game.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Could be a progression thing too.
Yeah.
Where she's just like Minecraft might have been back in the day. She's come into a new one. She's just gone, okay, I want a smaller cam now because this isn't working for me.
I'm hoping she's gone into this whole like real thought out of it because, got a very nice looking overlay. I love the whole neon color vibe anyway. That's my kind of jam. But I just wondered whether it was
back to the
purposeful.
simplicity of things. She could have a bigger webcam on her battle royale there. If she just got rid of the notification things underneath her.
That's actually exactly what I was going to say. Maybe have it so that it's just the one, like you say, that flicks around, and then just make the webcam a little bit bigger.
And
it
down
is
a little bit
on the small side on that clip.
She's also sitting on the map a little bit, which irritates me.
Oh yeah, it's not ideal.
And the notification bit or whatever the spool is left and not centered.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was going to mention that as well. It's a little thing, but it makes a big difference visually, especially if there was just the one there. That would look, because I think I quite like the overlay overall on the first clip myself. There's not many tweaks that you'd need to make to that to make it really like look very clean and nice, and it's got the whole like color coordination with the colors in.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think that looks really
it's
good.
It's less prominent in the second clip, but I don't know if she's got a slight hue at the bottom there, and it's just like a different time of day. It's not working as much, but I feel like, and maybe it's just coming off the reflection of her actual overlay camera panel or something like that. But I definitely like the pinky purpley kind of violet.
Yeah, and
background.
The sub goal really as well. Although I'm not a massive fan of like monthly sub goals, it's color coordinated. It looks good. I think the overlay in the second clip, it's just so much wasted space. I really just don't see the point. I don't think it looks particularly good. I think actually overall her camera, the positioning, apart from the lighting, it looks really good. I think it would just look better if it was a bit more standard with her like in the corner or whatever. And then the third clip, there's no overlay whatsoever. I think we're gradually going back in time. The audio on the third clip is pretty bad. But she's clearly, it gets much better as it goes on. In terms of I didn't see her actually chatting really, chat or really at all. To be honest, it was more just reacting to things that happened. And I have to say that quite a lot of the things that she did say, she was obviously concentrating, but still very flat and not really exciting. If I'm honest, it was all like, "There's a thing." I've done the thing. Kind of, you know what I mean?
She's sort of in the, I pray my gameplay shows enough that I get people interested more than I'm going to be interested in the people that are interested in my stream.
Yeah.
But that's judging it off 3 clips. It might have changed since here.
But again, the point of the game, of this sub-game is to, it's just kind of get a feel from it just from the clips that we've watched. So I think that's all that needs to be said. So let's do it. Let's decide which one we would follow, which one we would sub, and which one we would dip. Buono, do you want to go first?
I think I'd follow Pantyhead just because
which one? Oh, the second one.
Pantyheads, yep.
Yeah.
So number 2, I'd follow just on the sheer basis that he interacts a lot. Number 1, I'd probably sub. If I hope we didn't de-evolve and the clips are just in a weird order or something. But he seems to react a lot to what's in game and talk to people. I'd probably dip on number 3, the lady, just because there's nothing more boring than watching a streamer zone out. I can't do that.
Yeah, fair enough. Hippo, do you want to go next?
I'm slightly different.
Oh yeah.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Understatement.
I have a beard. Sorry, what? I would dip the girl.
Yep. Third one.
Yeah, just no interest.
Mhm.
There's potential, but more aesthetically pleasing potential for the stream itself.
Everything.
I now that I've seen that, I want to like do the whole edit and do the whole like V-shaped thing and make a quirky stream out of it. I think that'd be quite cool aesthetically.
Yeah.
But as for the stream itself, not overly interested. I'd follow the first guy.
Yeah.
Because again, there were some interactions, playing some shooting games. I mean, shooting games, I take them or leave them. But if the personality's there, which there seems to be some form of personality, you know, joking around about the guy that you killed and all that kind of stuff. There's obviously some personality there. But I'd sub the panty guy. I don't know. I think the guy's got like a not a care in the world kind of vibe. Just wants to enjoy and just do shit and have a laugh. And by the way, I want a hentai hat. You know. But there's no like. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like there's just enjoying.
Yeah,
and I like
Just
that.
chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can have my sub sorted.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to start on the other end. I'm going to say straight away my sub goes to the second guy, Panty Guy, as we're calling him. Out of the three, he's far and away like the one that, to me, has the most charisma. From the three clips of each that we've watched, I can definitely see myself enjoying his stream. It just seems like a bit of a mess around. There's a lot of sort of irreverence. It seems to a streamer. Definitely out of the three, he seems like the one that I would come into a stream and probably laugh and have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
The other two, I definitely struggled to decide out of the two which one I would follow and which one I would dip. They're quite close by all accounts. I think just about the first guy would get my follow. I think he definitely feels like he's going in the right direction. I don't know. I like his setup, and he's definitely got like there's a possibility to have like a good chat. Whereas I get the feeling from the clips, and this may not be true, that the third person didn't seem like she really wanted that much of a chat. You know, she's more interested in just playing video games. Really, which there's nothing wrong with. It's just not what I would.
Sideways kid dead.
Right. Well, I think that's everything, isn't it? I haven't missed anything, have I?
I don't believe so.
No, thanks, not bad.
All right. Well, I think that's the end of the show then. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. I really, I think that went really well. How did you feel that went, Bueno? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I love this. Just for the hangout in general was great. The show's great. We really did touch some good points on and multiple sides of streamer burnout, which I really enjoyed.
Excellent.
Balancing life with kids and that. If my mic wasn't so decent, you would have heard a lot of stuff that's probably broken now.
I heard something in the background just now, but it's I haven't heard much during the show, I have to say. So thank you so much for joining us. It's really been an absolute pleasure. And thank you also, Hippo, as always, for being an amazing co-host and just an amazing person.
Baby.
I really appreciate the heck out of you. So please do check out Buenotrueno. His links are on screen at the moment for those watching live.
Flexing.
Jesus. And I'll just post them in again. And if you're watching this on YouTube, the links will be in the description below. Please also check out the Hairy Hippo, as hopefully he's coming back to streaming soon. We miss you, dudes. And I mean, if you really want, if you're feeling especially lavish, you can check me out as well. But you don't have to.
I will be.
Those two are way more important.
That's forming.
It's natural at this point.
Sorry,
Thank
what?
you, everyone who's watched live. I really appreciate you all hanging out and putting your opinions in chat. Seriously, this obviously the whole point is to hang out with you guys. So thank you very much indeed. I'll be around very soon in just a few minutes. But I think that's a wrap. Thank you, absolutely everyone watching on YouTube after the fact, everyone on Twitch, and we will see you next. Right. Thank you guys so much for joining. We will see you guys soon. Bye
See
for
you
now.
later, guys.
Goodbye, my beautiful time.
Chattisfying.